Well, there was nothing wrong with me. It was wrong with Timothy because he had his head in the cupboard or talking to me, or he talked to me from a different room and I couldn't hear him. So I blamed him for not being able to hear.
It's like not having a language. It's like being abroad somewhere. You have no idea how to make contact. That's how it became.
If your hearing was perfect, it wouldn't be a problem, but when your hearing is impaired, unless people's diction is absolutely spot on, you do struggle sometimes.
I used to sort of feel embarrassed not hearing what people were saying, and they thought, oh, perhaps I was being a bit aloof and, you know, not interested. But the simple fact was I just couldn't hear, not properly, what they were saying.
The following day, the flyer came in through the letterbox and I waved it under his nose and said, I've made an appointment, we'll go and prove that I can hear.
I found a healthy hearing by an advert in the paper, and we went, and it was an open day, and it went from there. You know, he tested my ears, explained that I needed hearing aids, and from then I started having, you know, the people come to help me. I found everybody from Healthy Hearing very good. The receptionist, if you phone, if you've got a problem, straight away they'll try to get somebody through as soon as possible. But I mean, I had 2 or 3 different consultants come and see me, and they were all very good. But in the end, as I said, David Bevan came, and he just had a lot of patience, and he just helped me tremendously, and I can't praise him enough.
So outside I went, and the first thing I noticed was the blackbird singing in the bush. That was fantastic. It was so clear, so clear. And then the children running down the street, and it was lovely to hear them laughing. And then immediately on that, I realised that I could hear the fair. Now, I'd seen the fair on the way in, but I hadn't heard it, but now I could hear it. And I went back in and had to say that, yes, I needed these things in my ears.
I was so overwhelmed on the day by the increase in my hearing, the quality of my hearing, that I didn't have much choice but to actually purchase them.
The fact that the hearing aids are discreet behind the ear, it means an awful lot, really, because some of the NHS ones are quite large, you know, and ungainly.
To start with, I'm thinking, oh, you know, can people see them, you know, etc., but they can't. And when that lady yesterday said to me, we didn't even know you wore hearing aids, Rita, you know, that was brilliant. That you say, that's made my confidence a lot better.
I wish they didn't call them hearing aids. I wish another word come out for it, because you can't see them. Really tiny. No one has noticed that I've got them, even when I've got my hair tied back or I've gone to the hairdressers. They all say, well, we can't see them.
You know, it's much more comfortable than the NHS ones. I don't even know I've got my hearing aids in. I mean, my wife will say to me, don't forget to take your hearing aids out, John, and I'll say, oh no, of course I won't. And I don't realise I'm answering her because I got them in. So sometimes I think I've taken them out, but I haven't.
I decided I would call my hearing aids darlings instead of those things. And so my darlings are now part of my life, and I wouldn't be without them.
Since I've had the hearing aids, joining in conversations and just being normal, basically, it's just so much easier.
I don't have to keep asking questions. I go to the theatre and I can hear that. Television, I hear it and not the rest of the road, you know, because we don't have it so loud. And, you know, so yeah, and they're comfortable. As I say, I honestly can say I don't know I've got them in, and that's the God's truth.
It's not about money, you see, at the end of the day. Okay, if you haven't got money, you haven't got money. But I would, if I hadn't got the money, I'd borrow the money for this. I really would, because of the quality of change. Nothing to do with the company, by the way. I'm not getting anything from the company for saying this. This is me saying the change in my life, and the opportunities that I now have to to live again, to communicate with people, to have fun.
Oh, it was magical, magical moment when the orchestra started playing, and particularly when the cellist played. And I could hear every sound that came from that cellist. And the cello was so beautiful, and she played it so beautifully. And I'm cried all the way through, and I'm crying now, remembering how wonderful that was.
I should imagine my hearing is still deteriorating slowly, but doesn't alter the fact it's improved my quality of life 100%.
Yeah, we were hesitant when they said how much it was, and Ken said, your hearing is everything. And he said, if we go without the holiday, we go without the holiday. I'd rather have you hearing than, as you say, go on a holiday and a fortnight and you forgot it. Whereas with hearing aids, they're there for the rest of the time.
That moment when I knew that I was deaf was frightening. But with these in my ears, it's changed and revolutionised my life.
Instead of feeling embarrassed when you're talking to somebody because you know that you need your hearing aids, then my advice to you is to have them checked, and also to definitely go to Healthy Hearing, because they're there when you want them and the service is brilliant.
Go to Healthy Hearing and have a word with Phil. Sort yourself out.
With these, I can hear just like I used to hear in situations where it's very noisy. And it would just fail me to explain what that means to me. To me, that means I've got something back that I never thought I would have. So it's not just about being heard or being included. It's about having a different quality of life.